The Nevada Supreme Court shot down Uber's ballot initiative today. The court said language in the ballot was legally insufficient and sent it back to the district court. The proposed ballot initiative would have put a 20% cap on contingency fees for cases against Uber. Uber claims any litigation against the company from injury attorneys ultimately leads to higher costs for passengers. Advocacy groups countered, saying if it reached the 2026 ballot and passed, it would hurt passengers who were injured or assaulted in a ride. Uber sexual assault survivors for legal accountability and Nevada Justice Association said in a statement today, in part, we're thrilled that the Nevada Supreme Court has unanimously rejected Uber's cynical scheme to sidestep accountability for the countless sexual assault cases and other harms it has enabled under its watch.